Hello, this is Ken Barron with the National Association of Black and White Men Together. Topic for this podcast and vlog is discrimination of Black farmers. Now, I have to credit the long-term member of our organization, James Credle, who brought this topic to my attention and had gone way under my radar, so thank you to James. So the U.S. Department of Agriculture has a history of institutionalized discrimination against Black farmers and farmers of color. From discriminatory landing practices to foreclosure, the agency's policies have directly contributed to a massive loss of Black land, the wealth, and the rapid decline of the Black farmer, leading to some to call the USDA, quote, the last plantation. Black slaves worked the land as slaves, of course, and then started to gain land and prosper. And so the number of Black and minority farmers has declined precipitously over the past century. In 1920, there were more than 925,000 Black farmers in the US, making up about 14% of the farmer population. To add insult to injury, Black and minority farmers never benefited from the recent $4 billion package that was held up in court for more than a year before Congress reworked and broadened it after farmers who were white balked. Black and other farmers of color filed a class action lawsuit against the US government, claiming this repeal of debt relief program that targeted them amounts to a breach of contract by the government. The government went back on its word to Black and many other minority farmers when the relief program was reworked and broadened after white farmers objected. The program created by the, quote, American Rescue Plan of 2021 was intended to help minority farmers pay off USDA loans and provide other forms of debt relief and aid those racial and ethnic groups that had faced discrimination from the government in the past. It covered up to 120% of the debts of farmers who were members of groups that have been historically discriminated against based on their race or ethnicity. For more than 18 months, the money has been held up in a court battle as white farmers claimed the violation and had a problem with it in general. The original program was eventually replaced in August with the passage of the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. The new legislation aims to circumvent white farmers' grievances and create two new funds while nixing the original relief program. The first fund would set aside more than $2 billion for farmers and others who faced discrimination prior to 2021. The second provides more than $3 billion for the Agriculture Department to pay or modify loans for farmers who are under considerable financial strain. The Inflation Reduction Act, thanks to the leadership of Senators Booker, Warnock, Stabenow, Manchin, and Schumer, moved to repeal these provisions and crafted something new. Note that we are pouring billions of dollars into aid for Ukraine, the, quote, world's breadbasket, whose production has been essentially terminated by the war. We should support Black farmers to help fill the gap. Please contact your representatives in the House and Senate leadership and the Congressional Black Caucus to support this action to address these inequalities. This is Ken Barron. You can like us, you can comment, and you can subscribe to our channels on Facebook, on Twitter, and other avenues. Again, thank you for listening.